Nityanandam, this is Vishnu from Houston, Texas, and I'm 15 and I'm going to 10th grade in a few months. The Kundalini awakening and all the mystical powers that Swamiji has been expressing in the past few months, they have completely transformed all of my life and all of the Houston Sangha, all of the devotees of Swamiji, all of pretty much everyone's lives. And especially for me, when I attended live this program that was about over a year ago, I started experiencing some of the Kundalini awakening and all the energy levels that Swamiji talks about, but I never really thought that any of these were possible. When he talks about Kundalini awakening and levitations, I saw videos of them on YouTube when they posted after the first few inner awakenings, when Swamiji first introduced this Kundalini awakening, and I was really amazed because the thing that I really believe was Kundalini awakening, levitation, this only happens, if at all, that if it happens in some cave where a Buddhist monk sits for years and then after a while he starts levitating. But I never really believed that this was possible for a normal person living in a normal life. But when I saw some of these videos, I thought this was slightly possible, but I did not think it was possible for everyone. You have to do at least something. You have to be a really strong devotee, and you have to stay in the ashram, or you have to be an ashramite, or at the least you have to do a few inner awakenings. But I never thought it was really possible for a normal person, especially for me. But after I attended the LBP, which is conducted by a Houston Acharya, I started experiencing all of these things, and I was just sitting on a normal satsang. And at that time, I would just read a book during Pada Puja because I was not really interested by that. I really did not feel the energy behind it. And so I was just reading a book, and then I would watch just the satsang part. But on that particular day, I just put my book down and I was sitting during the Pada Puja. And all of a sudden, I started vibrating, and then I started having Kundalini awakening, and I had levitation experiences. And so I started, at first I was just vibrating, and so the entire chair started shaking, and so all my family was just shocked and surprised at why the entire chair was moving, and then they saw me and I was vibrating right there. They never really even thought that I would be the person to experience Kundalini awakening. And that too, at that night, I was vibrating for hours. The satsang was ended about 8:30 or 9, but I was levitating until about 11. And when I went to sleep, I was trying to go to sleep, but I started vibrating, and all the blankets are all shaking. So my parents told me to just sit down in a room, and then after a while, I was levitating for a few hours. But this really has shown me that levitation and Kundalini awakening is really possible for everyone, and so I'm glad to be a new gen as in part of the youngest new generation incarnation today.